Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today we are going to do something that I've done similar in the past. We are going to make lasagna. We're going to make my mild Italian sausage lasagna. It's going to be delicious. I've been on this kick where I used to use hamburger and sausage and things like that, but I've really been on this kick where I really like just the sausage, and it tastes so delicious, so rich, but I can't knock it. Another thing I'm doing this time is I wanted to try last time to do the noodles that you just put in the oven. You didn't have to boil them or anything. It was good, but I didn't think it had as much texture as these have. But let me tell you, if you have to do lasagna in a hurry and you don't have time to boil the noodles, use the ones that you just put in the oven. You don't have to boil ahead of time. My noodles are in the refrigerator cooling because I went ahead and cooked my noodles, put some oil in my pan, and I just got all the noodles laid out real nice so they would cool so I could make the lasagna. One thing about making lasagna, there's some time that goes into it. So we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my induction new wave on, and I'm going to do a hot pot, I'm going to drop it to 260. What I'm going to do is let this sit here for a second. And then I went ahead and cut one whole white onion, and I have 5 cloves of garlic. I'm going to take these over and put them in the food processor because you know me, I need my onions pureed. And might as well puree the garlic as well. Get everything in. I'm not going to make a big noise for you guys over there. I'm just going to go ahead and start everything else because I want to let my sausage cook for a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and break it up just a little bit, not too much. And this is a very good brand. This is the one I'm always talking about, mild Italian. I love it. It's New York. It has just a really good flavor. I'm kind of picky when it comes to sausages. Sometimes I don't like the flavors of them. And for some reason, I don't like my sausage spicy. So I like it mild. When it goes into my pasta or my lasagna, boy, I'm going to need a serious hand wash. Look at this mess. Holy Toledo. So I'm going to go ahead and let this start cooking. Put this here. Okay. Really good. I got some good bleach water here too. Got my good soap over there. Makes it really nice. We're going to go ahead, let this sausage start cooking. Okay, while this is cooking, we're going to start with our sauce. I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on to probably medium. I'm going to go ahead and first put in my pureed cento tomatoes. I'm going to do 2 cans of those. I'm going to push this back while this starts to cook so I can give me some arm room. I'm kind of short. So I'm going to go ahead and get this poured in. And I'm going to get my spatula. Boy, when you're making lasagna, lots of ingredients, but it turns out it's well worth it. Now I know why mamas and papas and everybody else do not make lasagna every single day of the week. There has to be a day when you don't have to work quite that hard. And I'm lucky. I get to go buy some cans. I don't even have to squish the tomatoes. Thank the good Lord. So I want my sauce to cook for about an hour. And then I'll have it slightly cool because I don't want to overheat my ricotta cheese and so forth. So this is a good day to do this. It's kind of chilly outside. It's beautiful. We have no snow yet. We had snow in our Sierras a little bit back about 3-4 days ago. So it's nice here today, but it is chilly. Okay, so I have 2 cans of the puree cento, and then I'm going to just use a regular my Winco can of tomato paste. Okay, so we got this. Just gonna set everything there, and then after we get sauce and stuff started, we'll go to a break and I'll get everything cleaned up. Okay, I'm just gonna let this start to heat. And then I have a ton of seasonings. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in my seasoning or my sauce. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of fennel. I'm going to do a tablespoon of oregano. I am going to do a tablespoon of basil. I just want all these beautiful flavors in there. Okay, I'm going to start here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to do a little bit of lemon pepper on my sausage. Not very much. Just a little sprinkle. I love the taste of it. I don't like fennel seeds like this. I like them more ground. I like the actual fennel seed ground. Okay, so here I'm going to go ahead and just give this a stir. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fourth of a teaspoon of pepper in my sauce. And I'm going to switch it to my fork. I can use a fork in these pans, which I so love. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to put in is 2 tablespoons of sugar. Because my tomatoes are not processed. They're really just, they're not as processed. There's no really salt or sugar in here. So I'm going to take the tart out. So 2 tablespoons of sugar. Give it a good stir. And then last thing I'm going to throw in now, and that'll be all my seasonings, is a 1/4 cup of parsley. And I'll have all the directions in the description box, because that's a whole lot of direction, or a whole lot of ingredients in that description box. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this all incorporated. And then what I'm going to do is just let this cook. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because my stove cooks real hot. Okay, I'm waiting for it to smell. I don't smell nothing yet. Okay, now I'm going to push this one back because I don't need this right now. I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed up some more. And then what I'm going to do, as soon as I get this cooked off a little bit, I am going to go ahead and put this in my food processor because I want everything uniform. You know me and uniform. Has to be uniformed. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to take a 1/2 cup of white wine and put it in my sauce. I'm just going to mix it, and I turned it down to a low medium because, like I said, boy, mine just heats so fast. Goodness gracious. Okay, so I'm letting the meat cook, getting it over here so you guys can see it. Just let it keep cooking, and in a few minutes what I'm going to do is go ahead and puree the onions and the garlic. And then what I'll do is, as soon as I get them pureed, I'll go ahead and come back, and then we'll make the ricotta filling, and we'll check the sauce, and we'll check and see how our sausage is doing. Welcome back. Okay, got some goodies here. I got some Parmesan Reggiano. This is the back portion, the actual rind. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these in, and I am going to cover my pot, and then, man, my pot just splattered. Holy Toledo. Tomato sauce is angry. It's being cooked. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. We're going to let that develop flavor. Like I said, never ever throw your rinds away. Use your rinds for your sauces. I got some Parmesan Reggiano here. I've got 1 cup. So when we go to make or assemble our lasagna, we'll be ready to go. So I have 1 cup of Parmesan, and I have 4 cups of beautiful mozzarella. Boy, I got a steal on that one. I walked into the store. They had some fantastic mozzarella on sale. Probably ordered too much, needed to get rid of it. So they were like, sale, sale, sale. I was like, yep, sign me up. Okay, so I took my 5 garlic cloves and my whole white onion, and I pureed it because we know that I can't eat it unless it's pureed. So we're gonna see here, and it's all pureed, and it smells so good. You know, I swear, when you puree the onion, you get all the liquefied juice, and it just smells absolutely delicious. Okay, so I had taken also I have 2 pounds of mild Italian sausage here. I probably will not use 2 pounds, but you never know. But I'd rather have more than not enough, and then I will use it in different dishes throughout the week. So when I cook like this, I try and cook a lot because I want fresh meals, but they're time consuming, and I do not have all the time in the world to sometimes cook just like everybody else. I'm going to put my induction on. I'm going to put a hot pot. I'm going to leave it high for a second. And what I'm going to do is, it's almost cooked. I'm going to go ahead and drop the onion and the garlic in and just let it cook. I'm going to get it nice and hot. And then I'll let everything cook. Okay, so sauce over here is cooking. In a few minutes, we're going to try it. I've also got my ricotta cheese, and I have 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I have 1 tablespoon of parsley. Oh yes, we want this to come up. We want it to cook a little bit more. I did it nice and fine. I like it when it's finely ground. I think it tastes so good. I'm going to just go ahead and put my onion in and my garlic, and it's just going to cook in here. And it's going to taste so good. It's going to give the meat even a better flavor with the onion and garlic. So we're just going to let this cook. Oh my gosh, you can smell. Oh, it smells so delicious. Okay, so I have it on high, so it's going to start, it's going to really get hot here in a minute. So I want to go ahead and start my ricotta for my lasagna. And I'm going to go ahead, take it off. I'm going to use the whole thing. If I don't use it all today, I will use it in something else. I actually like ricotta a lot. And it's so funny, I was very picky when I was younger. I never used to like it, and then I just developed this taste for it. And it is just absolutely delicious. So what I'm going to do is just smush it down. Just going to mix it up just a little bit so that when I do drop the herbs in and stuff, it'll just get mixed in real well. Okay, so we're just going to let this simmer on high. And we're going to get all this onion cooked in here. Because it's pureed, it won't take very long. Like a lot of people have to cook it for quite a while. Mine does not have to be cooked that long because it's so pureed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take just my tablespoon of parsley and my 4th teaspoon of nutmeg, and I'm just going to drop it in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, put my spoon here, and then what I'm going to do is move that over, and I'm going to take my 2 eggs and I'm just going to drop it in. And then we're going to do a quick wash. Okay. I have to leave a towel on my back counter because, see, I'm a towel person. You would not believe how many towels I wash in 1 week and how many I bleach. Oh my gosh, I am such a bleach freak. And then I'm very hands-on, so I'm always touching and washing. And so I go through quite a few towels. Like after I'm done cooking here, these towels will go away. I already have a set in the washer ready to wash because, like I said, I'm very hands-on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get this all mixed up. So it's just 2 eggs, the ricotta, and nutmeg, and parsley. I love parsley, good God. I tell you. But boy, the nutmeg is what does it. Boy, it just adds this flavor. I'm like, my goodness. I used to make it before. I mean, last couple of, years I used nutmeg, but before that I never did. I actually grew up making lasagna with cottage cheese because my mom would do that. That's how they used to eat it, was with cottage cheese. Never really cared for cottage cheese in my lasagna. I love cottage cheese on its own, but never cared for it in my lasagna. Now I make it this way. Oh my God, my mom's always like, oh, this tastes so good. Okay. I'm just going to set it there because I'm going to put it in the fridge. But I want to go and show you my noodles. I'm just letting my meat continue to cook. I took it out before it was done all the way because I want to get it nice and ground. And so, but I want those onions to cook in there, and then they will taste just delicious. Okay. I want to check my sauce here. Okay, it's cooking. Cooking. Boy, it sure makes a mess when it splatters on my counter. Holy Toledo. Okay, so let me get my ricotta in the refrigerator. And I'm going to grab the noodles. Okay, here are my noodles. I wanted to show you. Like I said, I went in and did them a while ago, a couple hours ago, because they have to be nice and cool. So they're nice and cool. I've got some oil on them so they don't stick together. They came out absolutely delicious. I've already tried them. They're done. Not overdone though, because you still need to bake your lasagna. But this is a process. Lasagna is a process. It's a good meal. Boy, whoever's cooking, they should appreciate the cook that day, because lasagna is no joke. It takes some time. There's a lot of dishes incorporated into it. A lot of cleanup. Okay. Almost done. We're going to give it a try. I'm going to let the onion cook just a few more minutes in there. I'm gonna put the noodles back in the refrigerator, but I wanted to show you. So I boiled them with a little bit of salt in the pan. The pot, and I just did it to the consistency that me and my family like. Everybody's different. Just make sure you don't overcook them because remember you still got to bake them. So I'll go ahead and put them back. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go in, we're going to try the meat. I shall know because I'm the person who doesn't care for big onions or a raw onion taste. I'm not really into the raw onion. Don't like that. Cooked all day long, I'm fine with. Fantastic. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, I'm just gonna let it sit here for a minute more. We're gonna check the sauce. And then what we'll do is we'll go to break. We'll let everything cool so that we can assemble our lasagna and get it baked. I'm gonna pull this towards me since it's spitting. And I'm just gonna turn it like that for a minute. And now we're gonna try the sauce. Go ahead and, oh man, the sauce smells good. So, and you can smell the basil. Oh my gosh. The actual tomato. Okay. It's hot. So I'm not going to put this in my mouth real fast because it's hot. Oh man, the onion in here is smelling wonderful. The garlic smells wonderful. And because we grind the sausage, the fennel comes through. The fennel seed. Fantastic. Oh my goodness. Those tomatoes, cento tomatoes, are so delicious. There's a couple of brands in the market that are just absolutely delicious, but I think these overall are my go-to. And price-wise, you know, you can really get a good deal. A couple weeks ago, they were on sale. The cans were on sale for, I think they were like $2.04 a piece, which in our area is a very good price. Very good price. Okay, everything's looking fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and shut everything off. I'm going to let everything cool. As soon as it's cool, we'll come back and we'll assemble our lasagna. Okay, everything is done. Everything is cooled. Excuse me. That's what you get when you take a little dip of tomato sauce when you're not supposed to. Busted. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer my noodles here. Oh, I first put a layer. Just so you guys see it here, I put a little layer of sauce, a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Now I'm going to go ahead and start layering my noodles. So yum. I'm just going to pick one. If one's broken, no worries. We'll just put one over that is cut or broken. And so I just layer it like that. And oh my gosh, looks absolutely gorgeous. Everything's looking great. My noodles are all great. Nothing is sticking. And everything looks fantastic. I'm a happy camper. Okay, so that's good for my first layer. I'm going to take this ground Italian mild sausage that I pureed, or not pureed, I ground it finely. It is just so fantastic. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to spread it out nice. I want a good layer, but I want you to be able to see. Sorry about that. Let me come over here. And the reason I'm putting the meat here like this right now is normally I would put a layer of sauce, but because I have a layer of sauce on the bottom, I'm good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a layer of cheese and put it there. Oh, this mozzarella is so delicious. I'm going to put just a little bit of parmesan, Reggiano. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another layer. Fantastic. The sauce is just wonderful. It's nice and thick, and it's just gorgeous. It's not too thick, but it's thick enough because I don't like my lasagna runny. I like it to be more, when I bite into it, I get a bite of meat, I get a bite of cheese, I get a bite of noodle, and I don't want my sauce going all over. Some people like theirs a little bit thinner, not me. But you know, if you wanted yours a little bit thinner, all you do is add a little bit more, you could add some chicken stock to it, beef stock, it doesn't matter. You know, you've got a lot of flavor in there. Like I said, season. So we want to make sure we season. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stir the sauce. Wanted to also tell you, you do not have to use cooking wine. You don't have to. You can use just broth. That's what I would use. That's what I would use. Is just broth. That would be fine. And or you can use real good wine. Like I said, anybody who's really good with wines, you know, I just need to get on the computer and look and start studying wines. You know, I'm not a wine connoisseur at all. But you know, it does take and give a different taste to certain things. So, you know, I'm trying it. You know, when you cook all your life, you got to get other ideas so that you can make the plate interesting. You know, it gets boring eating the same thing over and over. I love to do things different ways. Like I have several different spaghetti sauces, lasagna sauces, things like this. Although this has been my pretty much go-to, I'm really thrilled with this one. I like this one so much. I'm going to put some more cheese. And so remember, you don't have to use any wine. Just use stock. Whatever kind of stock you want. I know several people who are vegetarians, and they just use vegetable stock. And it works out perfect. You know, and like I said, just remember your seasons. That's what you want to do, is use your seasons. It'll be fantastic. Let me get another little piece here. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to have a fat lasagna. And we'll be good to go. Now this lasagna, you know, we're going to go ahead and have it tonight for dinner. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it in we're going to vacuum pack it and put it in our freezer. We do that because lasagna is so good, but you know what? It's hard to get in the kitchen and make a lasagna all the time. It's very, very time consuming. Okay, so now I'm going to get my beautiful ricotta cheese. Oh my gosh. This ricotta cheese, the way it has the parsley, the egg, and the nutmeg, it's the nutmeg that makes it, in my opinion. So I'm going to put a nice, super heaping amount on here because it's just going to cook in and it's going to be so delicious. But boy, that nutmeg is the difference, you know. Never used to use it back in the day. Like I said, I grew up where my mom made lasagna with cottage cheese. Oh, but goodness, ricotta cheese is so good. And you can do so much with the ricotta cheese. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're good. That's good. Now what I'm going to do is another layer of noodle. like I said, noodles look fantastic. They've been in the fridge, cooling. Because one time I tried to make lasagna, I was in a hurry, and I was like, I'm just going to get it done. And I didn't cool my noodles. And so everything was just like melting. I was like, oh, what a disaster that is. Holy Toledo. Now I know where they get bloopers from. Happens in cooking, too. Good intentions that day, but everything went to heck. And I was like, not good. Okay, so that looks fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and give one more, and then we're just going to go ahead and sauce. And then I'm going to reserve some of the sauce for over the lasagna, especially because we freeze it. So I feel that sometimes we need a little extra sauce. But I already have a whole bag in the freezer already for sauce, because I'm a saucy kind of person. Pretty inexpensive dish. We got the sausage on sale. Oh, and I was going to tell you guys, Cornish gaming hens on sale. I shop at Winco. So it's on sale there, but normally if one store has a sale in the next couple of weeks, the other ones will start to have the sales as well. So start looking for your Cornish gaming hens, because now you can get your turkeys for a good price. At Winco, if you shop at Winco, if you have a Winco, if you spend $125, you get a free turkey. And it can be any size you want, whatever they have there in stock. So just to let you know, Cornish gaming hens went from, like, when we bought ours was like $3, close to $4. Now they're on sale for $2.87. So per game hen. That's really a good price. That's a very good price. Okay, so I got a big fat boy. Normally you do 3 layers, but because I am going to freeze this, I didn't want to waste. Plus I took the time to make it from scratch. You want to go ahead and get as much as you can out of it. And like I said, we love to go back and eat it, freeze it and go back and eat it. Okay. The only thing is I got to watch, make sure I don't boil over. I don't think I will. But lots of cheese. We need lots of cheese. Has to have cheese. Oh, let me move this too. And this is going to be wonderful. Like I said, I was so lucky when I walked into, of all places, Walmart. I walked into Walmart and I got this wonderful mozzarella. And it was just on clearance. I got this big, huge, fresh mozzarella. I think I paid $9.87, and it was like 4 pounds of fresh mozzarella, and it wasn't shredded. I had to put it in the food processor. It came sliced. It was just they had it on sale. I don't know why, but anyways, it was just wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick wash real fast. Bleach water. Let's get some soap. Okay, I'm going to switch out my towels. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a ton of seasoning in here. I have a ton. It tastes really good. Everything's real balanced, in my opinion. Remember, use the seasonings that you like. You know, you can always substitute one of mine. If you don't like my seasoning on one of mine, substitute it for your whatever you like. My oven's been on for about 20 minutes, 400 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and put my lasagna in, and we're going to cook it from probably about 30 to 40 minutes. But basically, all I have to do is warm it. Everything is already cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my kitchen, and we'll get this on cooking, and as soon as it's done, we'll come back and we'll try it. It's delicious. It's done. Our labor of wonderful lasagna love is done. Okay. So I'm going to cut into it. I mean, it's still boiling here at the edges. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm cutting into it right now because I kept you guys waiting long enough. So we're going to try. So this is a nice, big, hearty lasagna. Everything smells delicious. Okay, now, pan is really hot, so I'm going to turn and move it like that. I'm going to cut into it right here, because you know the first piece you always make look ugly. It always comes out terrible, but after that everything comes out good. So I hope you guys try this, because this is actually really good. Oh my gosh, absolutely gorgeous. But just don't make a mess like I did. But I always make a mess. Nothing new. Okay, so I'm going to just push it back so that we could have a taste. And like I said, it's a labor of love, but well worth it. And you can save it. It saves real well. Okay, this little thing is going to be hot. This is how it looks. Absolutely delicious. It is so hot, it's still steaming. But I wanted you to see it because I like the way the bottom, the juices distribute. I want to try the ricotta cheese. Okay. Fantastic. Absolutely delicious. The Italian sausage, mild Italian sausage, just makes the dish. You can taste the garlic, you can taste the onion. The sauce is great. Please give it a try. If you like the content, if you'd please like and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. And thank you all the support I get, all the subscribers. Appreciate you all. I hope you all have a blessed day. And I'll be back next week with something different. Thank you.